And this is kind of philosophically how we see like the ideal. And I know that many people are on different stages of their kind of journey when it comes to qualitative text analytics, looking at customer experience. But what we are seeing is that more and more so on the left-hand side, people have got a really, really sophisticated and well-organized tech stack, which is capturing all of this brilliant unstructured data, be it Genesis, Medallia, Qualtrics for your survey, Sprinkler for your social, TalkDesk or Zendesk for your ticketing. All of that is just gathering enormous amounts of unstructured data. And so what we're able to do, because of some of our recent technological jumps forward, mostly a product we call Relative Flow, we're able to pull data automatically from those environments into our Relative Insight system without you as the user having to do any heavy lifting. What happens then within Relative is those comparisons take place on the fly. And if it's a time-based comparison, so for example, I collect 6,000 survey completes a week. I want to compare them week on week on week on week. All of that can happen inside Relative Insights analytics layer automatically. And then that information, those insights, then get pushed into your kind of visualization dashboard of choice, be that Power BI or Tableau, Looker, SAP Business Objects, whichever it is you use. We've included Power BI and Tableau because those seem to be the dominant. And then that then leads to great reporting, which allow your leadership to make decisions around process and change and CX flow and all those wonderful things that we just talked about. And that kind of process is definitely cyclical. And so I'm not suggesting that everyone should be here right now, like seeing the world through this lens, but this is kind of what we've seen as best in class. And this is what we're helping some of our customers move towards, because many customers already have these brilliant tools over on the left-hand side that's generating all of this unstructured data. And so it's just about allowing us to harness that and start to bring the why into your previously very much quantitative, numbers-driven world. Next slide, please. So yeah, as I mentioned, Relative Flow has been a huge jump forward. And I just want to talk about a couple of things that we're able to do. The first thing is that over on the left-hand side, you'll notice that we're able to create not only out-of-the-box themes, which we've always been able to do because of our linguistic approach, but we're also able to now create custom themes. So let's say, for example, there are 5 or 6 things that you and your leadership team are extremely focused on tracking. And let's say that the example that the team have put together is streaming services. So what they've talked about is they've tagged up those individual cancelled shows, cancelled, removal, ending, modify, change. Those things have been identified as something that customer wants to track on an ongoing basis. They want to see that moving up and down, and they want to see if it's influencing customer satisfaction. So when they remove content like shows, programs, you can probably tell this is a media client. What does that do to CSAT? That's what this customer is attempting to prove. And then over on the right-hand side, you can see that these are some of those custom themes in action. So you've got product fault, delivery issue, retailer issue, refund request. Those are some classics that you might see. And what we're seeing happen is that those are then being put against CSAT and NPS. So when we see a spike in CSAT, is it because any of those key themes, or is it something else which we can surface? Or when you see a drop in CSAT or NPS, is it because of any of those issues? And so it's not only us helping you surface what you didn't already know, it's us also helping you track the things that you're really focused on tracking and improving. So it's both sides of that coin. Next slide, please. So again, slightly more generally, you've got this text source, and I've mentioned a few of them. Now, we're this analysis engine, which can then either lead straight into reporting, or it can also allow you to start to store and index that data and then dig into it in a little bit more detail. So one thing I haven't mentioned, for example, let's say that you see between November and December, you see CSAT just go through the roof. It's been an incredible month for your customer satisfaction. You then want to find out why. You understand it's due to this incredible training program you've just put in across your contact centers. You can then, in Relative Insight, then dig into that in a little bit more detail. You want to find out exactly what's going on. You want to be provided with some example quotations. You want to be provided with a little bit more supportive information so that you can take that and do reporting, or take that to stakeholders. And so that's what a relative insight allows you to do in our Explore tool. You can dig even deeper into that data.